with Alyssa White in her wonderful store, which is called Matcha Source in Los Angeles. And it is a store that sells matcha tea, pretty much all matcha tea, which is a form of green tea, correct? Now, so, Alyssa, what is the difference between regular green tea that we would say find in a tea bag or, you know, in cans, and matcha tea? What's the big difference?
So the big difference between matcha and regular green tea is matcha is shade covered at the end of harvest.
Okay.
And that increases the chlorophyll content and changes the nutritional and flavor profile of the tea.
Right. So chlorophyll, much more of it. And the thing that I find quite interesting about green tea, particularly matcha tea, is that it's a very alkalizing drink. And I know a lot of us now are really wanting to lean towards a more alkalizing diet in terms of the greens that we eat, but matcha is a fantastic way to actually drink for an alkalizing
Exactly. Matcha
state.
makes your body more alkaline, less acidic. So if you're trying to get off coffee, it's a great alternative. It's a great coffee alternative in the morning because it's a warming beverage and it's a stimulant, and it also works really well in the afternoon.
Yes.
Because it just gives you that lift to get you between lunch and dinner.
Exactly, which so often we need. So let's talk a little bit about the actual, we know that the difference between matcha tea and sort of other green teas is that it's shade grown and that it's also ground into a powder. And because of that, you are ingesting or drinking the whole leaf, correct?
100% of the nutrients of the tea.
Right, so you get 100% rather than much lesser percent of the polyphenols, which are very potent antioxidants. And also, you mentioned, which I never thought about, is fiber. You also get fiber in your drink, which is great.
Because you're drinking the whole leaf, so it's full of fiber.
So that makes really good sense. And the other thing is it's quite delicious.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at the different. You have 3 different grades of matcha tea. So let's have a little look at those, and maybe you can just describe those to us a little bit. So these are the 3 different kinds that you sell. So what are they? And I know you've put them out here so we can see them.
Basically, the difference is between a blending grade or tea grade. So this is our blending grade option. This is something you would use for a smoothie or for a latte, and that's this one over here.
Okay.
And then these are the 2 tea grades. So a tea grade is going to be from the leaf at the top of the plant, completely destemmed. And that would be either this option or this one. And you can see the array of brightness, how it gets brighter as it goes towards the more premium flavor grade of tea.
Oh.
So the point I wanted to make was that what you pay for is flavor profile, not nutrients.
Okay, so you'll get your nutrients no matter what, but if you're really into the subtleties of flavor, then you would want to go for the higher grade. All right, so now we've looked at the different kinds of matcha. The really important thing is that the preparation of matcha is quite different to any other kind of tea, correct? So will you show us the main way in which matcha, and then give us a couple of different options?
Sure. So this is the traditional way to prepare matcha using a bamboo whisk and a ceramic tea bowl. And what you do is you just take your tin of tea, and I'm going to scoop about...
Like that little bamboo scoop.
Right? 2 almond-shaped tea scoops of matcha tea powder into my bowl. And I'll just sift directly into the bowl. You could skip this step, but it helps to get the clumps out.
Okay.
You can see it makes it,
It does.
finer.
Yes.
And then I like to use trays and rest because matcha can be messy.
Okay.
Notice it's about 3 ounces, even less, of hot, not boiling water.
So round about what will the temperature be?
180 or so.
Okay.
And we only fill the bowl about a quarter of the way. It's not like a big heaping mug.
Okay.
So this is the bamboo whisk.
Yes.
And
And tilt it up so that
okay.
you can see.
And just the trick to whisking is to go in a zigzag motion, not scrambling eggs. So you really want to go back and forth.
And is the idea that you want to get a foam on the top?
Exactly. Covers the
Oh
top
my
of the tea.
gosh, look at it.
And the traditional way is to drink straight out of the bowl.
Okay.
And now you can try some.
Oh, that is nectar. Is that the really high grade one?
Yes, that was the common matcha.
Oh, it's that beautiful grassy green, and it just tastes. You know, the amazing thing is, it doesn't taste at all bitter, because I have tasted matcha in the past. It's a little bit bitter. This isn't at all bitter.
Right. That's because this is the extra super premium grade. It's been
destemmed.
Oh my gosh.
Most matcha will have a bitter note at the end.
Well, that does not at all. Now, show us, are there other things that we can do with matcha? Because I know you can do a latte, a smoothie and such. I know you've got some, how would we do a latte?
Let me show you that one. I happen to have some steamed almond milk right here.
Maybe we could we add it to mine here?
Yeah, actually watch this. I have a really groovy little trick to show you.
Okay.
Pardon my reach. I'm gonna take this glass, double-walled glass.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna use that same shot of tea
Yes.
that we had.
Because we don't want to waste
We don't want to waste it, and it will serve as a perfect example to what we're trying to do here. And to that, I'm going to add some steamed milk that I already have made. And this is very easy to make at home.
And you've used almond milk?
This is almond milk. You can use rice, hemp, soy, whatever suits you.
Do they all firm up as well as that?
That's a good question. I think it has more to do with the temperature. You want it to be not too cold when you froth it.
Oh, that's a good tip.
And to that, you can add chai spices or vanilla flavoring.
It's so good.
And you can do it iced also.
Iced as well.
Yeah.
So with iced, would we just we'd get a glass of ice and then we would just pour the prepared matcha over it?
Well, this is how I like to make iced matcha.
Yes.
If I may.
Yes.
I take a martini shaker.
Yeah.
And I just have ice in here. I put ice, powder, and water straight into the martini shaker. Shake it up. You can use mint. You can add lemon. We have some lemon here. And let me show you how that works and how simple that is. And this one you don't even need to sift. I literally take a blending grade of matcha tea and I scoop out.
So the blending grade is not the highest grade. It's the medium one, correct?
And the interesting thing about that is that coldness brings out the sweetness in the tea.
Oh.
So this, as a hot tea, would taste astringent, but when we do it iced, it will not.
Oh, that's really interesting.
And I like to use fresh filtered water always. The quality of water will make a big difference in your beverage. You always want to use fresh water. I'm just going to add some lemon juice into here.
Oh my god.
You can add ginger, coconut water, mint, whatever flavors suit you.
Coconut water would be really good.
Right.
And do you put any, can you put sweetener in it?
Yeah, sure. You can put honey or agave, maple
Okay.
syrup, whatever suits you. I just want to show you how simple it is. You don't have to boil any water. Just shake it up. And then you take it and pour it over fresh ice.
That's a beautiful thing to serve at a brunch.
Isn't it?
Because it's sort of unusual as well for a brunch.
And it's cold, it's refreshing. This is an amazing tonic in the summer.
Oh, look
Put
at
a little
that,
more lemon on
Alyssa. And then you could put a little sprig of mint in the top. Oh my, can I taste it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You're good to go.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I mean, for my taste, I would probably add a tiny bit of agave. Because I like sort of my tea to be a little sweet. But that is unbelievable. So we've got the latte, we've got iced, and then finally we can always do a, we can do, oh yes, the traditional bowl is important, isn't it? Can you talk to us a little bit about that? Because I know a lot of people are going to say, well, do I have to have the bowl?
No, absolutely not. Because what we're doing, the point of it should be friendly, familiar, and accessible. However you like to drink matcha tea is the best way to drink it. So I like to just show all the different possibilities. This is the traditional way, using a ceramic tea bowl. It's really beautiful. It's a great ritual to have in the morning. But if you are an iced tea person, it makes great iced tea. If you're a latte person, if you're a smoothie person, whatever gadget that you like to play with at home, matcha can fit into your kitchen counter.
Oh, I love it. And then you have a bullet or a magic bullet or something like that, because I think a blender's a really fun way as well to use your matcha. And if you were to blend a smoothie with your matcha, which grade should we use?
Again, I would use a blending grade.
Is that the medium one?
No, this is the blending grade.
That's the least expensive.
Exactly.
Okay, and for cooking, because I know I sometimes make cookies.
Same thing. Anytime you add another ingredient other than water, I would use a blending grade.
All right, fine.
Very
great,
simple.
great. Fantastic, thank you so much. Can we buy these on your website?
You can get them at matchasource.com. You can buy them on your Open Sky channel.
Of course, on my Open Sky. So you can either go to one or the other.
One or the
and
other.
Alyssa or I will be very pleased to
welcome you
to
there.
welcome you. Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you. This was fun.